20 differences between freehold and leasehold properties in Malaysia. 1. Ownership duration. Freehold properties have an indefinite ownership duration, while leasehold properties have a specific lease period. 2. Lease duration. Leasehold properties have a lease period typically ranging from 30 to 99 years, after which the ownership reverts to the landowner. 3. Renewal. Freehold properties do not require renewal, whereas leasehold properties may require lease renewal at the end of the lease period. For ownership rights, freehold property owners have absolute ownership rights over the land and property, while leasehold property owners have a temporary right to use and occupy the property. 5. Land ownership. Freehold property owners own both the land and the property on it, whereas leasehold property owners only have temporary ownership of the property. 6. Value appreciation. Historically, freehold properties tend to appreciate in value more compared to leasehold properties, as freehold properties are considered more desirable. 7. Financing. Banks and financial institutions are generally more willing to provide financing for freehold properties compared to leasehold properties. 8. Restrictions on alterations. Leasehold properties may have stricter restrictions on alterations, renovations, and modifications compared to freehold properties. 9. Subdivision and development. Freehold properties offer more flexibility for subdivision and development, while leasehold properties may have restrictions imposed by the landowner or local authorities. 10. Land use. Freehold properties generally have more options for land use, including residential, commercial, or industrial purposes. Leasehold properties may have limitations based on the lease agreement. 11. Government policies. Government policies may differ for freehold and leasehold properties, with potential variations in incentives, taxes, and regulations. 12. Maintenance fees. There may be differences in the amount of maintenance fees or charges applicable to freehold and leasehold properties. 13. Land premiums. When renewing a leasehold property, there may be additional costs in the form of land premiums payable to the landowner or government. 14. Resale potential. Freehold properties often have higher demand and better resale potential, which can lead to faster and more profitable transactions compared to leasehold properties. 15. Landlord approval. Leasehold property owners may require landlord approval for certain activities, such as renting out the property or making significant changes. 16. Transferability. Freehold properties are generally easier to transfer ownership compared to leasehold properties, which may have more restrictions or require additional approvals. 17. Financing restrictions. Some financial institutions may impose stricter lending criteria or offer lower loan amounts for leasehold properties compared to freehold properties. 18. Development expiry. In the case of leasehold properties with remaining lease periods, the value and marketability may decline as the lease expiry approaches. 19. Conversion. Freehold properties cannot be converted to leasehold, while leasehold properties may sometimes be converted to freehold through certain procedures or negotiations. 20. Investment considerations. Freehold properties are often seen as a better long-term investment due to their perpetual ownership, potential for appreciation, and market demand. In conclusion, leasehold ownership is the right to occupy a property for a specified period based on a lease contract with the landlord. The landlord may be a private person, a company, or a government agency. Buying and investing in leasehold property is also good and can be profitable too. It's also much cheaper than freehold property. Just the leasehold owner has some property rights, but they are limited by the lease terms and the duration of the lease. You just need the right time to buy and the right time to sell. It's important to note that specific terms and conditions may vary for individual properties, and it's advisable to consult legal and real estate professionals for accurate and up-to-date information regarding freehold and leasehold properties in Malaysia. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Jangan lupa like, share dan subscribe your property finder. Channel Hartana Anda.